Here we welcome you at the historical grounds of Bicocca, the former industrial area in the north of Milan. This enormous building behind us is the Pirelli HangarBicocca, and today we are visiting its more than 15,000 square meters, taken up by many different cultural cross-disciplinary activities like exhibitions, installations, performances, video, talks, workshops, dance and music, thereby being one of the most advanced centers in the world to experience contemporary art. We are delighted to be guided here by Mr. Tronchetti Provera, Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of Pirelli and the President of Pirelli HangarBicocca. Well, thank you, Mr. Tronchetti, for being here.
Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, and I would like to ask you, in 2004, as President of the Pirelli Group, you initiated this Pirelli HangarBicocca. What made you embark on this enormous project? Because it is a huge artistic project.
But the fact is that part of the tradition of Pirelli to be close to the world of art and culture. We had this place that was unique, and so through friends we also had the opportunity to meet Kiefer, and it became a positive chemistry, and we started.
And was it the building that triggered you to do this, or was it the idea to make an art foundation? Because a building like this is so huge, you can't hardly hang a painting here.
I think contemporary art looks far from people sometimes, because the size, the space is something that is viewed by artists in a different way. It's not the traditional paintings or sculptures. Yeah. And this place looks like unique to give the freedom to artists to express themselves.
Yeah, it's an enormous challenge for them probably to come here and to build this place. That's,
that is what makes all of this very, let's say, challenging, unique, and makes people very much involved. Our people, artists, artisans that are working for us, I think they have a unique opportunity to do something different.
And when you were thinking about this foundation and you made it, you followed the same intuition about the critical mass of a company, because it's what you saw, what you made, it's your company. You were thinking, okay, this foundation also has to be with a critical mass to exist in the world, to just let it grow, less organic more? Or?
I have to say that at the beginning it started just as an idea, without a vision. What changed our view was after 2010, 2011, when we saw that Kiefer was dominating, and so it was very difficult to find a way to keep alive the place, because it was the Kiefer place.
Right.
And that was the time in which I met Vicente Todoli. And we both had the same feeling that we had to find ways to let Kiefer be Kiefer, but to find a way to do things without Kiefer, which was the real challenge. That's why we cover Kiefer. So we found a way to use the space and to combine other art expressions with Kiefer. And then the second phase was when the paintings came, and they remade the place another time as a good mix between Kiefer and the other artists.
Yes, it works. And the mystery is still for Kiefer. He doesn't lose anything to be like this. No. Certainly also with the painting as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And how important is art for the Pirelli Group?
Art is part of the tradition of Pirelli. Pirelli supported since more than a century all forms of art, from music to paintings, pictures, graphic. And so we have as a company a strong belief that a balanced society has to combine expression of art, expression of entrepreneurship, and society has to grow together. So without culture and art, it's difficult to have a well-balanced growth of a society. And we are a global company, so we we do it in every country where we are. So we try to create a link with the local society.
Yes, because we see also you involving in the Milan scene, and for instance, we notice that you also sponsor other foundations or other cultural events. For instance, music festival in the Villa Arconati. You are just behind also. And we made an interview also with Mr. Cesar Ranciglio with the Foundation Ranciglio. What is involving, so pure in the Milan essays, we know that was architecture, that's all the tradition, big tradition.
Well, I think that Milano has always been a secret art city, because art is not so evident as in Rome, as in other Italian cities that go back to the Roman, let's say, arts. So Milano has museums that are smaller but quite important. There is a tradition of Da Vinci. There are the maps of Da Vinci. And so it has quite a secret art life, Milano. La Scala is the core, the most visible expression, being globally known as the let's say the place where to be and where to have the best opera music. But all in all, Milano is made of people that are passionate of arts.
Overall, how do you see the future development of the Pirelli HangarBicocca? Will you make in other countries HangarBicocca, places
Pirelli
where you are in China, or?
I mean, we see HangarBicocca as a part of a large network of unique places in which artists can express themselves. People can be part of the emotions of the artists, and we want to be one of the places very much linked with the others, where something unique can happen. That's the mission of HangarBicocca, to be an open place where artists can express themselves in a way they cannot do in any other place. So that's what, together with Vicente, together with the curators, we have very good, nice young people working with us that are making the success of HangarBicocca. Is a small team of young people, very much motivated and passionate.
You can feel that throughout here. If you're here, you feel that the whole time. It's really very, very special.
Thank you.
Yes, it's also immaterial. We spoke, we had a discussion a few minutes ago with the lady who was working with Monsieur Todori. He says it's material, but it's also immaterial. And we feel that, I must say, because we go to foundation to the other, and you feel that everybody knows what's about this, and everybody loves this place, and gives it to the people who is coming here. And we must to thank you for that also.
Oh, thank you. I think that harmony is something very difficult to achieve in life. And I think when you have the privilege to have a space like this, and you have the opportunity and the will to do something, I think it's a great opportunity, both for people working in it, for artists, for visitors, and that's the mission we have.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.